Is it just me, guys? Because I'm experiencing some weird feelings. As we can see by this evil robot that controls all markets, I was only attempting to connect with Aladdin here. I felt rather strange when I looked at the XRP, Bitcoin, and Tether, or UST Dominus charts. I felt really weird, people, and I suddenly had the feeling that a flash crash of XRP plunging to approximately $1.40 is imminent, if not tomorrow. 280K Bitcoin. I'm not sure. I simply had that sensation. Maybe I have paranoia. All right, indeed, we shall see. Correct? Let's see. Advice that isn't funny. Sometimes I'm wrong, but that was just a gut instinct I had while examining the charts and attempting to connect with Aladdin. I'm not sure, but probably not. Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great day. The extra piece is clearly about $2.50 today, at least since we called this move to 15. Ideally, we'll see at least $2 soon. It's better if we dump guys quickly so that the misery isn't prolonged, right? Guess what, guys? We warned you that this week would be explosive. And to be fair, I believe it's just the beginning. Guys, let's begin with a section of the XRP community. This is really fascinating. Greetings from week 47, correct? Guys, this is the week of 47. Fascinating. 45, 47, correct? Trump's administration. Folks, those are his terms. President's 45th and 47th. By the way, that's this week. Correct? There is a $47 trillion market opportunity for international payments. I think that's a crazy amount of numbers. Correct? Yes, I will get the boys ready. As a result, Mr. Poole informed us today that 1117, a long-term plan, is starting to take shape. Well, And you do realize that this came from a fortune cookie guy? So maybe it's going to happen. I believe that ISO's imminent launch was discussed. Oh, we will be tying everything together with Mr. Poole and the upcoming deltas in today's video. Jeffrey E. We're in the midst of the storm, right? A lot of crazy connections are emerging in the Balkans. Thus, there are many topics to discuss. Thus, let's simply start the performance. Why? Today is November 17th, 2019, which is a few years ago. In fact, many years ago. The storm has arrived. Mr. Poole informed us that this came directly from him. Yes, and I recall this because I recall doing these videos, guys, and I asked myself, who's Mr. Poole? At the time. Indeed, it was absurd, and it remains so today. Where is Mr. Poole? Hi, Mr. Poole, please wake up, as Aladdin has he then informed us that a storm was approaching today. Whoa, he even validated the concept a long time ago, don't you think? Although we were well aware that the storm was coming, this is a lovely confirmation. Interesting, huh? Then, on November 17th, this day as well, take a look at the timestamp for 9/11. I believe he warned us to be wary of Trump. Additionally, different years, 2021, 11/17, right? Trump in 2020. He looks to be the cause of something, doesn't he? And you know what's really strange? This just came out, announced from Trump. Guys, yesterday's dates were 11 and 16. Abort Air Force One to take the fake news media, as I stated on Friday night. Since we have nothing to hide and it's time to move past this charade, House Republicans ought to vote in favor of releasing the E-files. All right, fascinating. Guys, it's going to be released soon. Here are the E-files. All right. What do we currently know about Jeffrey E.'s files? The dam is going to burst. That much is certain for today's Delta. Well, a ton of information is going to be flowing in, and it's likely going to be bad, isn't it? This will cause cryptocurrencies to plummet even more. Why? As it is said that Jeffrey E. is connected to Bitcoin. This guy's, the CIA man said. Why does he appear so apprehensive or afraid here? Correct? He seemed to have seen a ghost. Guys, let's watch this. This has a lot of links. In fact, it's mind-blowing. We'll always be 589 steps ahead of everyone else, so please like and share the video. Thank you. Jeffrey has every prominent American politician caught on camera committing a horrible act. I believe that it's time to clean the stables and start over because the U.S. government has gotten so corrupt. Whoa, people! Guys, who knows if this is real, but when you arrive here, things start to get a little crazy. All right, all the connections are now. Before he discovered a tether in 2014, Brock Pierce was personally invited to and attended the Easy Mindshift conference on his island. In 2011, correct? Thus, I think it was this individual right here. All right, he discovered several tether dudes. In 2011, however, he was on his island, and that was a few years prior to his 2014 founding of Tether. Hold on, that's absurd. Wow, how did we? This is simply astounding. People continue to have faith in Tether. Isn't that the reason Ripple released their own RLUSD? Since they were aware of what was coming up, don't they? Obviously, they are insiders. You are aware that the Fed, or whoever it may have been, instructed Ripple to introduce their own stablecoin because, after Tether collapses, legitimate funds will move from Tether into our LUSD, which is now a perfect match. He was therefore an odd guest with a group that included a theoretical physics Nobel winner, an electrical engineering professor from MIT, and a NASA computer engineer. Whoa, it's a group of people, isn't it? Guys, it seems like a bunch of these people went to the island. All right, thus the E to Bitcoin linkages continue to accumulate. Well, for your knowledge, we were able to move swiftly and win this round by using gift monies to finance this. Thank you to the Digital Currency Initiative. As for how Bitcoin is currently set up, there are 5 core developers and about 100 contributors to the core code who determine what modifications are made. Gavin and Quarry were paid by the Bitcoin Foundation, a nonprofit organization, and one of the 5 is the lead developer. When one of the board members declared the foundation insolvent a few weeks ago, it blew up. Numerous organizations rushed to take up the developers and fill the void left by the foundation. We proceeded swiftly, speaking with all relevant parties, and to join Media Lab, 3 developers made the decision. For us, this is a significant one. All right, the Initiative for Digital Cash. This was allegedly funded by Jeffrey E. By the way, all right, this undertaking. Interesting. MIT's crypto project guys received a contribution of $850,000. There seems to be a lot of investment going on here, and they reportedly intended to introduce this new financial system and technology. Let's be honest, though, we were aware long ago that they were the ones who founded Bitcoin. It was not made in the cave by a Japanese person. The fact that Jeffrey Ian Bitcoin is making a lot of money every day makes it even stranger. That's why I always think this day is so weird, folks. It's actually named Pizza Day, and some guy bought something, I don't know, maybe 2 pizza boxes costing 10,000, 20,000 Bitcoin. I think it was back in 2010 or some other long time ago. All right, and it was known as Bitcoin's Pizza Day, folks. That struck me as a little odd from a long time ago, don't you think? Very odd. Well, I'm not sure, but since Jeffrey E. helped finance the establishment of Bitcoin, it will be on the ledger of XRP, right? Then that bill from the White House. That also includes the records and documentation of ESA's Resolution 589 being made public, correct? It appears like a complete theatrical show, folks, or at least it was all prearranged, if I may use that term. Bearable Guy 123 was the first to mention 5 to 89 a long time ago, and he claimed that it is a beautiful cosmic number that has many meanings. However, according to Mr. Poole, Bitcoin is designed. It's acceptable to proceed in a specific route under the guidance of invisible hands. I take it that we were all aware of these guys? We don't find it shocking, but many others do, and it's likely going to get even stranger in the near future. Now, before the new financial system even existed, consider the Federal Reserve in 1913. A lot of things happened in 1913 and the war in 1914. It's a coincidence that everything happened in the same year, isn't it? These kinds of external events will occur before the new financial system even go forward, correct? There are new ones, just putting it out there. For instance, one of these is the Saturday deadline for ISO 2222, correct? It's a step ahead, akin to an update. Right, so our Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings. That's right, folks. They're setting the scene here, isn't that right? Even now at 11:17, there is a red arrow going down. Today, that's what took place. Very strange. Well, hello, huge shorts. Do you experience the intense sensations today as well? Yes, the air's electric with an almost palpable energy, was the response. Well, echoing the beat of 1,000 potentialities. Indeed it is. So tomorrow, I'm just going to stop there, people. Mr. Poole appears to have a lot more connections, and I believe that things will only grow more bizarre as they go south. Just watch out for any black zone events in case. I'm not sure. We'll see. but for each of us, things are getting more bizarre. I was experiencing something with Aladdin lately.